YouTube, Darcy Sky here, and today we're going to look at this thing here, which is a controller adapter from Raphnet Technologies out of Quebec. This particular cable I have, they have a whole variety of adapters and cables. Lets you use your Wii or Wii U, a Wiimote basically, with N64, NES, GameCube, and Super Nintendo. Disclosure, it's a great adapter, but I've only used it for NES and N64. I would assume the other two work fine, but I've only used it for two. In terms of the NES, let's start there. Plugged it in right away, it works fine. This is just the standard original Nintendo controller. There you go. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. You take your, oh geez, so many cables now. Aha, NES input, I guess. Find the equivalent on here. There you go. Stick them together like any good relationship, and bada bing, plug this into your Wiimote. This is entertaining, right? I thought so. I thought this would make a good video. And there you go. And use it, and it keeps going, and it keeps going, and it keeps going, and eventually, at the end of this daisy chain, you can use retro controllers for a Wii or a Wii U, and it's a lot of fun to do that. If you're playing virtual console games, it works beautifully with those. If you've acquired these games through other means, works great with those too. N64 is a little tricky. So when you order your adapter, they come in just packages like this. Doesn't come with setup instructions, just features. So you know what types of controls it works with. Works with Wii, Wii U, GameCube button mappings. There we go. So N64 button mappings. The adapter reads your controller like a classic controller. Well and good. There are more buttons on an N64 than there are on a classic controller. So it drops support for some buttons. So you just do L, R, Z, and a direction on the D-pad to configure different mapping options. That said, it doesn't say anything about that being possible on here. It just says there are button mappings. So if you look at reviews online, a lot of them say adapter's faulty, Z trigger doesn't work, or whatever. You just Google Raphnet N64 or GameCube if you're mapping that. Adapter configuration something, you'll find the PDF. But it would have been great if, you know, when you bought this, it says on it, please go to this website or whatever. However, if you are buying something like this, you're probably familiar with their website. You probably wouldn't just buy it directly from Amazon without looking into it. Overall, though, it's a really, really good product. It's worked beautifully with the N64. I'm using a third-party N64 controller, so the joystick itself is a little too good. I don't know, there's too many degrees of movement. However, they do have another option to let you lessen that, I guess, or if you're using an original N64 joystick to make it better. NES works like a charm, it's great. Wasn't too expensive. It was a little pricey, but considering it's allowing you to play 4 retro controllers on a Wii or Wii U, that's awesome. It feels really good to play these original games, not with a Wiimote, not with Nintendo's classic controllers, but with the controllers they were intended for, especially N64 games. Overall, it's just a great product. Highly recommend it. I'll leave a link where you can pick this up downstairs in the doobly-doob. But otherwise, just, you know, check these cables out. It's totally worth looking into. They have cheaper options if you want to connect to USB devices. They even have like weird compatibility. You can connect like NES to a Genesis, or Genesis to a Super Nintendo, or just any kind of combination you would need. They even have kits that are a bit cheaper so you can build the device yourself. Definitely a wicked company, wicked websites, wicked cables, totally worth checking out. I feel like I've said that so many times, but they're just amazing cables. And I mean, that's it for today. Enjoy, guys. Bye.